What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this unforgivable ending explained and spoiler review. This movie is based on the British TV miniseries Unforgiven, starring Suranne Jones, the absolute Coronation Street icon, and the movie follows the same beats but is heavily condensed. Crime thrillers like this aren't usually my bag, but I thought I would give it a go considering I hadn't seen Sandra Bullock in anything since Bird Box, and her performance here was great, but a bit patchy in parts, with her constant vacant looks being a bit kind of weird. However, Viola Davis turns up some top-notch acting and authority in the very few scenes she is in. We follow Ruth, played by Sandra Bullock, as she is released from prison. It turns out she committed the crime of murdering a sheriff, but, well, she didn't. This sheriff came to evict them from their home, but later in the movie we finally learn that it was actually her sister, a young girl of 5 years old, who killed this after Ruth was threatening to kill anyone who comes into their home. Now, her and her sister's father was killed, he killed himself, and their mother died, so Ruth had to actually raise the child herself. Slowly, the backstory is pieced together, and she is labelled a cop killer by everyone as the police follow her around, and people make sure she never works a job again. She has been in prison for 20 years, and the de-aging isn't really that good as we saw in the flashbacks. Now, she ends up in a grotty halfway house as her sister was adopted many years ago by a family who made sure Ruth never spoke to her again, and she doesn't even remember her. But that's a lie, because the sister does have flashbacks of her, despite her adoptive parents saying she remembers nothing. Now, Ruth tries to get a job at a construction site, but the police interfere, and she ends up working at a fish gutting place and also working for a competitors, and strikes up a relationship with a dude called Blake. Yes, John Bernthal there as well, with a solid bulletproof moustache that I think Dr. Disrespect would be jealous of, and is miles better than Tom Holland's one over in his other Apple TV movie. Things appear at first to be going very well for her, as she finds her old house has been sold, but despite initially lying, the husband, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, who I hope very soon turns up in Hawkeye as the Kingpin, is a lawyer who offers to help her get in contact with her sister, as legally she is not allowed to even see her. But we learn that that was a judge's ruling. However, after making friends with Blake, she does come clean to him about her past, leading to her being attacked at work and just generally being a total pariah. It turns out that he is an ex-con too, and it got too much for him. Meanwhile, the adoptive sister of Ruth actually overhears her parents talking about what really happened, ends up actually reading all the letters the parents kept. However, they agree to meet while they learn how the sheriff's sons had a tough upbringing the last 20 years and want to get revenge now that Ruth is out of jail there, not knowing it was actually the 5-year-old sister who did the shooting. Now, the movie moves very quickly through the plot, and it felt short even though it was pushing 2 hours, as we're given no time to breathe, but I did enjoy it. Ruth's hopes of seeing her sister are dashed until she's contacted by the daughter who read the letters and goes on to reveal where the sister is. However, the son of the sheriff starts following her, thinking that she is the sister of Ruth. With the lawyer ignoring her and the parole officer on her case, she's keen to do things the right way and go and see her sister, but doing it the way she should. But the lawyer isn't talking to her, so he goes to find her wife and reveals that she actually took the fall for her younger sister and finally gets her some help. I have to say the gulf in ability and authority on the screen between Viola Davis and Sandra Bullock was quite large. Viola Davis is one of the best actresses, I think, in Hollywood today, and it was a great sign of seeing her in this movie. I loved how the movie was exploring that if she's done the government-mandated debt to society, surely she should be allowed to live her life, but are there some crimes so grave they are, unforgivable there? However, she actually goes off with Viola Davis's character but the sheriff's son abducts the wrong kid, leading to a tense showdown, and he lets her go. Seemingly, he is actually at peace, or kind of accepts what's happened there, and she goes off while the police arrest her, and she's treated like an absolute cop killer. But she's validated and can finally hug her sister after saving the other girl. Overall, it was a really, really good movie, I thought, with some very, very strong themes. I think they did a good job condensing the original miniseries into what we get here on Netflix. Not the best movie of the year, but an okay watch for a dingy, dark, rainy, snowy evening this December. Now, that is it for this video. I will be bringing a review and breakdown of 2, which is on Netflix. I've been meaning to watch that. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes long, so you can check that out. Click subscribe and with the bell so you never miss that I've uploaded again. But I'll see you soon, and goodbye.